Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Thursday, May 19th, 2022. Let's start off with this. People, we just got, well, this is not a surprise to you or me, but we just found out that U.S. manufacturing is literally collapsing. It's collapsing. The Federal Reserve Manufacturing Index was supposed to come in at a really nice number. 16, it came in at 2.6. And again, this is no surprise to you. We have known that our economy is over. It's dead. And the propaganda, the lies, the distractions has all been about how great we're doing. Well, is that why debts and deficits continue to explode? Is that why, for example, we also found out this morning that unemployment claims came in at a 4-month high, also unexpected? No one expected any of this. Manufacturing, completely took everybody except you and I, of course, off guard. I really don't understand how the propaganda ministries can be in business. All they do is feed you bullshit, dog shit, cat shit, bird shit, and I don't know who's buying it. I mean, seriously, I'm laughing about it, but it's pathetic. We're talking about people here, and they're getting destroyed. The middle class is all but gone at this particular time. All right, anyway. With that said, stock futures are lower across the board pretty substantially, but that's not the real story either. Go look over at the 10-year yield, 2.79. People, we were just at 3.14 just a couple of weeks ago. I mean, this is I'm speechless. It's huge to see a move like this in such a short period of time. There is a huge amount of fear in this market right now. Our economy is in free fall. Our economy is in collapse. And as I've been saying for I don't know how long, it's accelerating. It's going faster and faster and faster. I can only imagine what they're going to do today. They're probably going to float out some freaks to tell you, you know what? Everything is just fine. Our economy is perfect. It's all propaganda. Understand, there's a war going on. All right. There's a propaganda war going on as well. And it's all part of the same thing. All right, let's go back to the market real quick. So on the back of what really is abysmal economic news, it's very, very sad. It's over. And it's not just a phenomenon here in the United States, people. This is global. And it's all by design. Central banks are deliberately and have been deliberately, and I've been saying this forever now, trying to bring the global economy to its knees so they can be the lenders and buyers of last resort. There's already a lot of talk and speculation as to what the Federal Reserve is going to do on the back of, manufacturing literally in collapse. My take on it, they're going to have to resort again to some kind of stimulus here. And that's just my take. Let's see where this goes. I think a lot of you probably believe the same thing. So on the back of what we just said, futures lower, you got a huge amount of cash making its way into the debt market. The comparative strength of the dollar this morning is weaker, substantially weaker, which is interesting. Okay, you would expect generally to see the knee-jerk higher in the dollar, but you're seeing it lower. You got gold and silver right now catching a nice bid. Both of them are up about 1.5% respectively each. Cryptocurrency is doing okay. Bitcoin over 29,000. The volatility in the market that we are seeing, the volatility in the crypto space, the out of control inflation, you knew this was coming from the end of last year. This was my theme for 2022, and I'm on record saying that. Go check my videos at the end of last year. So no surprise, I don't think, to anybody here. Look, we're going to ride this out like we always do, and we're going to look for opportunities here. If you are not betting against the debt and becoming your own central bank, that's really the key to this. I don't know what to tell you. You need to be in units of wealth, not units of debt, the dollar being a unit of debt. Physical metals, in my view, best plays on the face of the earth, especially silver here. I still stand by my call that you need to have some cryptocurrencies in your portfolio. With regard to this market, sure, let it fall. Let it fall. Let it do what it's got to do here. Okay. I told you what I'm already going to do, and everyone knows it. All right. I will look for opportunities to own companies that I already own. Maybe I'll even add to other ones that are going to pay me to own their stock that I can get on the cheap. Because look, markets run in cycles. Bear markets, bull markets, and everything in between. What do you do? What do you do? You look for opportunities. That's it. Period. The end. Now, as I have said over the past several weeks, market's not for you. Get out. If you have money in here that you feel you can't afford to lose, which you should never play with a single dime, that you can't afford to lose, okay? Or, look, we're talking about realized losses here, okay? You've lost nothing. If you've been in company XYZ, if you bought stock in that company and you're holding it and on paper it looks like you're down, you've lost zero. You understand? Until you sell it, then you have a realized loss. And look, I've been telling you how to offset this for the longest time. And I put this out in my newsletter here. I talk about it all the time. You could play this game using protective puts on your portfolio. I've gone over how to do it here. You could still be selling puts against assets here if you want to, 20% out of the money. You're pulling premium every single month. There's so many ways to play this here while the market is doing whatever it's doing. Now, with regard to that, okay, you remember this is the number. I've shown everyone this. That is the number that we need to watch. We are just about here with regard to futures. Let's see where we go. If we break through this number again, and I've covered this from weeks ago, the market more than likely is going to fall. There's two more support levels below that number. Okay, if we break through here, we're probably going to fall into those support levels. Okay, we'll see how it plays out moving forward. But again, to me, the big one is going to be the implosion in the debt market. I don't know another way to put it. And anyway, look, that's it. I really think you have an understanding of how things are playing out, what's going on here. So let's summarize real quick. On the back of, again, people, what is pathetic? I was writing this stuff down today. This is the headlines. U.S. Manufacturing Index falls to 2.6. It was expected to come in at 16. It's in collapse, U.S. manufacturing is in collapse. And this means that debts and deficits are going to continue to balloon. Imagine my shock here. You knew that. I knew that. And unemployment claims coming in at a 4-month high. Okay, imagine my surprise there too. It's just out of control. Energy prices skyrocketing, and that's not going to stop anytime soon, despite the fact that crude oil is under some pressure right now. It's going much higher. You know that. It has nowhere to go but higher. The absolute strength of the dollar continues to dissolve. We are in a race to the bottom, and I think regardless of the comparative strength of the dollar being high, even though it's down this morning, the Federal Reserve is determined to kill it. It's going to kill the dollar by design. The whole system is being killed by design. The Fed wants several things to happen. Number one, they want to collapse the economy globally, okay, along with other central banks, and they are being very successful in doing so. This will allow them to, again, put in a new system. That's what they want. They're killing their currencies for the same reason. All right, a whole new system is coming here globally. We already have a one world government. The one world government is the central banks. Everything else is shit. Okay, this figurehead, that figurehead, they're just spokespeople. Doesn't matter who sits behind the resolute desk. Kings, queens, monarchs, dictators, they don't matter at all. It's the central banks running the entire show. They are the government. So we now have a one world government. Now the next step is for these central banks to issue in a one world system, and they are well on their way to doing that, and I think you understand that. So the story again this morning, manufacturing in collapse. 10-year yield, a substantial, unbelievable drop over the past few weeks. That is fear and that is panic. Let's see how this plays out today in the market. And I am looking forward to later to sum this all up sincerely. All right, with that said, people, please comment, please share the video. Let me know what you think about all this entire freaking freak show. I don't think any of this is a surprise to anybody here who follows this blog with regard to the economy. With regard to the market, we're just going to see where it goes. And I will not change in that I will continue to look for opportunities. And I think those of you who really do understand this would have to say, well, that's what we're going to do. There's just no way out of it. All right, look, I'm out of here. See you later.